quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd.
Prescott to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Possession goes over here on the punt, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, I think we've got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on 1st down, but they came right back on 2nd down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage.
Rodgers lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
2nd and inches at the 4-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
We better be careful. Throwing in too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
11 on the play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Tommy Sweeney.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down, San Francisco.
Rodgers to throw once more. And his throw here's incomplete. Tommy Sweeney, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a third and about 13. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he'll go down at the 28. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the table and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Looking long for Thomas. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
He was brought down by
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, Rodgers. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebackers, Von Miller. And it'll be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Vegas. 43 yards.
21-yard line.
First down, Prescott. Smith catches left side. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Prescott yet again. Escaping the pressure right. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do give 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now it's Rodgers. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside.
Complete to number 80. A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line. The wide receiver.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
At the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Prescott to throw this time. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. From the 2 now, second and goal. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it's third and goal.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Prescott on third and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D. It as they score the touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And this carries into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. He's got him in, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. And sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Out of bounds at midfield. It's a
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And a potential turning point is he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 34-yard.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they light him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
The Raiders' 3-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Back to to throw now on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Brings up 2nd and 14.
2nd and 14. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
One, but incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down the 15-yard line. So they've now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. And
his pass is intercepted from the 14 today. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Final minute now of the third quarter. 2nd and 4. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
You know, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Airing one out for Boyd. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Gardner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Being chased out left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
3-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the Raiders are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brings up second.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's third and goal.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on fourth and goal. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
A 21.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they got their field goal, gets them back within a score. Now for the onside kick. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Rodgers now on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
It's second down.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers. Double count, Rodgers lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And this one will be brought back to the 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started. Nice game. Get some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
First and 10 at the
They gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and get the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. Hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a first and 10. First play of the drive there is is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That is over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
The Raiders.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
At the 6-yard line.
And now and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's their quarterback. Scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. They'll try and throw for it. Flushed out right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up inside the 5. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
49ers 24.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
24.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. One final try now for Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Las Vegas, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.